Now, the Tennessee Valley's certified most accurate forecast from the FOX54 Weather Impact Team.
And a very good Wednesday evening. I'm FOX54 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Dressman. Another cooler afternoon across North Alabama, southern and middle Tennessee. Cool by early May standards. The average high temperature for this time of year right around 80 or 81 degrees, and we were absolutely nowhere near that today. Look at this. Pulaski up in southern and middle Tennessee, they didn't even make it out of the upper 60s. And I do believe our friends over in Fort Payne also didn't even make it out of the upper 60s this afternoon. Both saw a high temperature today of 68 degrees. The Huntsville International Airport saw 72. 73 was the highest number anybody saw this afternoon. Athens, Decatur, Arab, Albertville, Coleman, and Russellville all saw high temperatures this afternoon of 73 degrees. Again, the average high temperature right around 80 or 81. And this is rather on brand for the month of May so far. These numbers coming from the Huntsville International Airport. Now, May 1st and May 2nd, relatively warm. We climbed into the lower 80s. We saw 83 and 84 degrees respectively. But then it's kind of been all downhill from there. May 3rd, we saw 67. May 4th, 65. The 5th of May, we saw 68. And then on the 6th, we did manage to get into the 70s, but again, still below average for this time of year. But I want you to pay attention to the fact that we have had 3 days so far in the month of May where the high temperature was less than 70 degrees. And that's a bit of a rarity as far as the month of May is concerned. As a matter of fact, the last time the month of May had at least 3 days where the high temperature was less than 70 degrees. Got to go all the way back to May 2020. Maybe you don't remember that too much. We were rather preoccupied, I guess you might say, in May 2020. Really not a lot of things to do outdoors in 2020 either. Live look from the top of Green Mountain this evening. Fair amount of cloud, covered a little bit of smoke there off in the distance. Temperature currently sitting at 72 degrees. Dew point sitting at 65. Yeah, we're definitely on the humid end of the spectrum, and you're going to notice that if you're going to be stepping outside here over the next couple of hours. Maybe you're going to take the dog for a walk, just set out on the patio, or maybe you're going out for dinner this evening. Current temperatures elsewhere across the Tennessee Valley sitting in the 60s up in southern and middle Tennessee. We're sitting in the 60s in Fort Payne, 60s right now in Scottsboro. Everybody else sitting somewhere in the lower 70s. Give you a couple of other looks outside this evening over in northeast Alabama, over in DeKalb County. Not much in the way of any sort of sunshine. Temperatures through the rest of the evening, 70 at 7, 68 by 8, 67 degrees by the time we get to 9 o'clock. And again, you are going to be able to feel that humidity across the Tennessee Valley, so take note of that. And then one last look for you here from the Parkway. Traffic definitely moving smoothly. There seems to be a lot of traffic this evening, but traffic moving smoothly nonetheless. The cloud cover, and there's ample amounts of it. We kind of already discussed that, how there's cloud cover across the entire Tennessee Valley. That cloud cover not resulting in any rain, at least for most of us. Radar has been picking up on a couple of light showers back across northwest Alabama, Colbert down into Franklin counties primarily, maybe a couple of light showers beginning to move into Lawrence County, a couple of light showers back across northeast Mississippi, also a little bit of rain up across southern middle Tennessee, Morgan County, maybe down into Coleman County. It looks like that activity has moved out of Coleman County, but those folks may be dealing with just a little bit of light rain as well. Marshall County, maybe just dealing with a couple of light sprinkles. And for the most part, I anticipate that that's what we're going to see through the duration of the evening and then as we head into the overnight. Now, there's a rather large system back off to the west, an area of low pressure, a warm front extending out from that area of low pressure, and then a cold front extending down from that low. This system's going to hang out with us for the next couple of days, and it's going to bring about other opportunities for scattered showers and thunderstorms to the Tennessee Valley. But I want you to be mindful of the fact that no day is going to be a complete and total washout. Definitely a little bit of good news there. Here we are heading into the Thursday morning commute. Relatively dry across the Tennessee Valley. Some folks noticing a couple of breaks in the clouds, but at the same time, a little bit of rain certainly going to be possible across the area. Look what Futurecast does as we head into the lunch hour on Thursday afternoon. The cloud cover continues to break a little bit across the Tennessee Valley, and that's going to give way to a little more sunshine. I think we are going to be much warmer tomorrow afternoon compared to what we saw today, just given the increase in sunshine across the Tennessee Valley. Scattered showers and thunderstorms are going to move into North Alabama, southern middle Tennessee through the later part of the afternoon, early into the evening. Now, some of that activity could pack a bit of a punch, but the overall threat for severe weather is going to be incredibly low Thursday. What we would end up getting is a little bit of thunder, a little bit of lightning, and maybe some gusty winds thrown into the mix as well. But other than that, we're not really talking about any sort of threat for severe weather. That activity is going to come to an end as we head into the earliest hours of your Friday morning. And from there, it does look like we are going to be relatively dry as we head into Friday afternoon, but not going to completely eliminate the opportunity for a couple of isolated showers. You can kind of see those popping up there over in northeast Alabama through the middle and later part of Friday afternoon. Now, Futurecast tries to dry us out a little bit as we head into Friday night. Not 100% set on this. I think we could still be talking about some isolated, widely scattered showers and thunderstorms across the Tennessee Valley. Like I said, the overall threat for severe weather, not just tomorrow, but over the next couple of days, is going to be incredibly low. But it is also important to note that we are still in our spring severe weather season, which takes us March, April, and May, but typically it's just the front half of May. So once we get to the back half of May, I'm going to feel much more comfortable. And then, of course, we head into our summer months, and then we have our secondary severe weather season, which is just simply the month of November. A rain chance as we head into the overnight. Otherwise, we are going to be relatively mild across the Tennessee Valley. Now, most of us are going to be dry, but rain is still going to be in the forecast. Maybe you'd want to leave the window open as we head into the overnight. I think we're finally done talking about things blooming and blossoming. I've noticed the allergies are beginning to die down just a little bit. I didn't actually take my allergy pill today, and so far so good. So maybe that means if you want, you could chance it and leave the windows open, but at the same time, a little bit of rain is in the forecast, so maybe you don't want to chance it. Temperatures dropping into the lower 60s. I've got a low temperature right around 61. Let's talk about your Thursday morning commute. The kids getting on the school bus tomorrow morning, definitely going to be warm, definitely going to be humid. 66 at 7, 67 at 8, 69 by 9, 71 degrees by the time we get to 10 a.m. Again, a couple of isolated showers are going to be possible, but it does appear the vast majority of us probably going to end up staying dry. Scattered showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. Otherwise, the increase in sunshine is again going to be to our benefit. And I talked about this. The increase in sunshine would likely lead to some warmer air across the Tennessee Valley. I've got a high temperature right around 78 degrees. Some folks making it to 79. Going to make a pretty solid run at the 80-degree mark, right? But I think the vast majority of us are going to fall just shy, which again would bring about another below average day. Other opportunities for rain in the forecast. Rain is plentiful. As far as the forecast is concerned, rain sticks with us as we head into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now again, none of those days are going to be a complete and total wash, but just understand that scattered showers and thunderstorms are going to be in the forecast. And then even as we head into Monday and Tuesday of next week, rain chances finally begin to drop off a little bit by the time we get to the middle part of next week. Definitely a little bit of good news there. We don't necessarily need the rain across the Tennessee Valley. We have seen a fair amount of rain so far in the month of May. Now, these numbers are from the Huntsville International Airport. These numbers are a little bit lower for our friends over in the Shoals. I believe the Shoals have seen just north of 1.5 inches of rain. The Huntsville International Airport, I think, has seen right around 3.6 inches of rain. Remember, you can always follow me on Facebook, Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. That's my Twitter/X handle, JDressmanWX. And if you really want to, you can follow me on Instagram. You don't really get a whole lot of weather information on Instagram like you're going to get on Facebook and Twitter. Instagram is typically much more of my personal life. Let's talk about the question of the day. Again, I put a post on my Facebook, Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman, and I might go repost that, asking for some additional questions if you'd like to go partake. And I told folks that they could ask me weather-related questions or non-weather-related questions. And today I think is a little bit of both. Do I have a storm shelter? Now, I feel like it would be implied that I have a storm shelter, mostly because I have a wife and a puppy. I don't have a storm shelter, but I was very specific. When my wife and I decided to build our house a couple of years ago, I was very, very, very specific about the exact location in which we built our house. And a lot of that was thanks to the weather, specifically severe weather. So I took our house's location and the neighborhood that we live in into account when deciding where exactly to build. And for that reason, we don't have a storm shelter. Now, our house is laid out in such a way that we do have a number of different safe places to go if a situation were to arise. Now, obviously, I'm going to be here at FOX54, but my wife is certainly going to be at home. So we do have a number of safe places available within our home. We have our severe weather kit handy if a situation like that were to arise, or we have other places that she can also go as well. We have some friends that she could also go hang out with, and of course, public shelters are available at our disposal as well. So no, I don't have a storm shelter, but there was a lot of logic and thought put into exactly where we were going to build our house when we did build our house. I even paid attention to whether the house faced primarily north-south as far as it was oriented or east-west, and I did that mostly thinking about the summer months and the winter months. I wanted to take into account the amount of sunlight that was going to make it into the house. If you don't want to ask me a question on Facebook, you can text me your questions. Number's right there on your screen, 256-382-2692. The 7-day forecast, again, a very below average 7-day forecast, which some of you might be really excited about because we all know the summer heat and humidity is coming, right? So maybe we just enjoy this for the time being. 75 on Friday, 71, 72 Saturday, Sunday, 73 on Monday, 75 next Tuesday. Now we do finally make it back into the 80s by the time we get to next Wednesday. I've got a high temperature right around 83 degrees.